Well, another cloudy day around western Washington, though a little bit of sun kind of peeking through in Bellingham occasionally at mid-morning, but that's not going to last as we have a little front that's pushing in here. We're going to see the clouds start to thicken up pretty quickly here at Bellingham. They're going to see some rain moving in there by midday, and we're going to see that chance of rain or showers pretty much from about King County northward today, though pretty in most places we're starting off in about the same condition we've had all week with mostly cloudy skies, and then the afternoon sun breaks we've had recently probably will not be showing up today. So enjoy any brightening that you do see this morning. See in Tacoma, basically just a gray day once again. Here's that little front that's pushing away. We were expecting this to move in today, but we thought it was going to weaken more than it has so far, pushing in. So originally it looked like we'd only see some showers along the coast and up in the northern counties, but it looks like it might be able to force them a little bit farther south, maybe as far south as King County this afternoon. South of there, most of you probably are going to see is maybe a sprinkle at some point during the afternoon, but that does move right on through, and we're going to be on track to see the sun return tomorrow and a great looking holiday weekend still in the forecast. Looking at the satellite image, you can see that system. It's got a lot of clouds with it, but actually not a whole lot of precipitation. We're only expecting a few hundredths of an inch out of this as it moves right on through. And behind that, what's going to be happening is you can kind of see all this clearing out here. A big area of high pressure is developing over the interior of the United States. That's going to edge up towards us just enough to weaken our onshore winds. And by weakening them, it means that we're going to start to see more sunshine, but we're going to warm up, but we're not going to get hot. It doesn't look like we're, in fact, for at least for the next week, it looks like we'll see those temperatures push back up into the very comfortable 70s to maybe near 80 degrees on the warmest days. So that's kind of what we shoot for during the course of the summer. We look at the computer model, you can see that front this morning up there just moving down Vancouver Island, moves on in. The computer models are now dragging a little bit more of that precipitation farther to the south than they were earlier, but again, anything that gets going to be pretty light. That's going to kind of continue to move on through as we head towards this evening, and it'll be mostly wrapped up as we head towards late tonight, early tomorrow morning, and we will start off with some clouds tomorrow morning, but then we're going to be clearing out to sunshine. Sharp contrast to our pleasant warm-up that's headed our way. Some big heat going on back east. This dark pink is actually a heat warning out for a huge area. We do have a heat advisory out where we see the orange, and right now, if you look at these little teeny places which are kind of in darker rust, they actually have an extreme heat watch in place for them. It is going to be incredibly hot back there for the next day or two. You can see if you look at the temperatures, and this is at noontime back on the East Coast, already into the triple digits at Washington, D.C., New York, and that's the actual air temperature. You throw in the humidity, the feels like temperature at noon, 104 degrees in D.C., 99 in New York, 102 degrees in Atlanta. Just kind of crazy heat back there right now as we're just getting started on summer. There's a lot of sports going on. We kind of, with the World Cup, losing track of the Mariners just a little bit, only briefly though, but they are back playing. They're finishing up their series with the Angels tonight. They took the day off yesterday, I think, to avoid the World Cup traffic, but they're going to be playing tonight at 6:40. Probably roof closed. We've got that chance of some showers around. There might be some sprinkles or showers still around this evening, but if it's dried out for a while, they might decide to open that up. Regardless, temperatures are going to be in the mid-60s, and you might see a little bit of clearing once we start to get on towards sunset. And the Toronto Blue Jays coming to town for a three-game series beginning Friday on through the weekend. Tomorrow, 7-10 game, low to mid-70s with some sunshine at first pitch. Pretty nice evening for baseball. And on Saturday, a little earlier, getting people to come out to the ballpark and still make it to the fireworks displays later on. Temperatures probably right around the mid-70s still for that first pitch, and then a little bit later on Sunday. So if you're recovering from the fireworks, you can make it out to T-Mobile. But again, temperatures at first pitch running right around the mid-70s. Almost perfect weather to be out at the ballpark. However, thing that we're largely focused on Monday, that World Cup match between the U.S. and Belgium. Actually, for our last World Cup match, the weather is going to be almost perfect northwest weather. It looks like sunny skies at 5 o'clock for that kickoff. We're going to see temperatures right in the mid-70s, pretty nice. During the match itself, staying in the low to mid-70s, it looks like. So we'll hopefully be able to celebrate a really great U.S. victory in Pioneer Square and around Seattle Stadium, probably across Seattle with a nice evening headed our way with plenty of sunshine. Those temperatures staying in the 70s probably until sunset on Monday. So that's really great news. If you're thinking of of going hiking today? Well, as I've been saying this all week, take your rain gear with you. They're in the Olympics. Still, they're because of where Hurricane Ridge is on kind of the leeward side, they're still just seeing some high clouds moving through there, but they'll probably see some showers moving there by early afternoon. And on the westward side where the rainforests are, they're already starting to see that move into there. Over at Mount Rainier, our onshore winds continuing to give them a little bit of drizzle, but they should see a few showers developing as we head towards the afternoon. So again, take the rain gear. You can see on our hiking forecast, we're looking for a couple of showers as we head towards the afternoon today. If you can wait until tomorrow, should be a lot better. We might still see a few sprinkles in the morning, but overall it should turn partly sunny. You can see at the 3,000 foot level, those temperatures start to warm up, getting into the mid 60s. So overall for today, we're going to be looking with those showers around, especially King County northward. We're going to be looking for temperatures mostly getting to the low to mid 60s. Tomorrow we'll start to see that warming underway. Upper 60s up there north of Seattle and Seattle southward. Look for low to some mid 70s. That warming continues on into the 4th of July, looking pretty good with temperatures in mid to upper 60s north of Seattle, and Seattle southward generally getting into the mid 70s, looking pretty nice. We'll warm a little bit more as we head into Sunday, so you pick up some upper 70s down in the South Sound, and it looks like we're going to warm up. Monday's going to be our warmest day of the week, it looks like, with some temperatures down in the South Sound getting into the low to maybe right near the mid 80s. And you can see for that World Cup in Seattle that we're going to peak out in the 80s. Of course, where Seattle Stadium is being closer to Elliott Bay, that's going to keep the temperature down a little bit compared to SeaTac's temperature, which put it mostly in the mid 70s right around that kickoff. And checking that 7-day forecast, going over it again today, mostly cloudy, that chance of some showers moving in this afternoon, primarily King County northward, temperatures in the mid 60s. Morning clouds and sunshine tomorrow. We'll look for upper 60s and low to some mid 70s. Maybe a few clouds early, otherwise partly sunny for the 4th of July, and temperatures getting into the mid 70s in the afternoon. So perfect. If we check the fireworks forecast, that hourly you can see in the afternoon, early evening as you're getting ready to go out and wait for the fireworks display, should be in the low to mid 70s. And then when we finally get the fireworks underway, probably a little after 10, most spots should be in the mid 60s, cooling back to the low 60s by the end. So I'm recommending taking a sweatshirt with you for later on in the evening, but overall should be a beautiful day. And that great weather continues. We check the Sunday, Monday, and on through the first half of next week. Sunshine continues. You see we peak out temperature-wise there on Monday. We stay, though, mostly in the mid to upper 70s as we head towards midweek, looking like a great start to the month of July.